This is WYMT Mountain Sports, your home for the Kentucky Wildcats and local high school sports.
Kentucky men's basketball coach John Calipari spending some time in Louisville today at the annual alumni tip-off luncheon. Calipari has been open this offseason when talking about last season and the Final Four loss to Wisconsin, and today spoke more about last season's team, saying regardless of the final result, the journey to the Final Four was historic.
Historic season. Historic. I mean, we wanted to win all 40. We wanted to win the national title. But historic. What that group did, aside from win 38 straight games in a row to start a season, which is going to be tough for anybody to do that in our lifetime, unless they go to more games. But they did it by sharing.
Some concerning news for UK basketball fans. ESPN reporting earlier today that freshman big man Skal Labissiere has not yet been cleared to play by the NCAA. All offseason, Calipari has talked confidently that Skal will be able to play. Skal's guardian Gerald Hamilton said there has been no real concern from anyone with the Kentucky Compliance Office. As it has done in the past, UK will not confirm any athlete's eligibility until the first game. The Kentucky football Cats are 4-1 with all 5 games having been decided by 8 points or less. In its most recent game, the Cats squeaked by Eastern Kentucky University 34-27 in overtime. The last time they struggled through a rough game, the Cats came out the next week and beat a top 25 opponent. Head coach Mark Stoops is hoping that is the case next week as well.
I think it'll help us. I think it has to help us. I think, I think it sets up in a similar way. The difference is we have some experience under our belt, and we've been in that situation. And we responded the next week and came back and played much better, against Missouri. And then, hopefully we'll learn from that game and all the close games we've had and be able to handle the emotions of the game. It'll be a fun atmosphere, and we're excited about it.
Some not so good news coming out of Knoxville this afternoon. Wide receiver Alton Pig Howard has been dismissed from the Tennessee football team for a violation of team rules. Howard led the Vols in catches and yards last year, but had only 1 catch for 8 yards in just 2 games this season. He was suspended for the team's opener and had missed the last 2 games because of a concussion. Well, coming up, we name our high school football player of the week, and we go to Prestonsburg and hear from the Black Cats about this week's game of the week with number 10 Leslie County. Last night, you heard from the Leslie County Eagles, the players and head coach Eddie Melton about our game of the week. Well, tonight, the other half of Friday's district showdown, Prestonsburg. Lauren Cash has more.
The Prestonsburg Black Cats enter Friday night's game against Leslie County with a 3-3 overall record and 1-1 in district play.
I know they're undefeated and they're doing a great job, and of course they got us there last year, so we'll have a big challenge Friday night. We've had a decent week of practice, and we're getting some kids back from injury, and hopefully we'll have our heads screwed on straight and play well.
In their 3 losses, 2 of those were by less than a touchdown. Senior Dalton Frazier says his team has focused in on finishing games strong.
We want to win every game, but we getting better each week, especially from the Pikeville week. We improved every week, and that's the main thing we want to do. And this week's big. If we win, we can anything can happen if we win. So we definitely want to get this week, and then we can do it. Anything's possible.
While Prestonsburg presents a balanced attack on offense, what makes Leslie County a tough matchup is their size.
Well, they're a physical football team. They got a really good quarterback. They got a huge line. They got a really good set of running backs, and they give you kind of a 2-headed attack. They'll run the ball and throw the ball, so you can't load up against the run or against the pass. And Coach Melton does a great job, and they're good in all 3 phases of the game. So you got to prepare really well to be on the field with a team like Leslie County.
The Black Cats will get their chance to hand the last undefeated team in Class 2A their first loss of the season Friday on their home field. In Floyd County, Lauren Cash, WYMT Mountain Sports.
The North Laurel Jaguars are 7-0 for the first time in program history and ranked 4th in the latest AP poll in Class 5A. The Jags are at home this week hosting Letcher County Central, and while a win would not guarantee the team a district championship, it would give it a nice lead in the standings. But head coach Chris Larkey says there is no time for he and his staff to be happy.
I ain't never happy. Even after a game, if we win, it's just worry about the next game. There's no time to be happy. This is about the most miserable I've been all year, probably, because you keep winning, there's more and more pressure just to keep going. Used to, you know, if you just won a few games, everybody's happy. Now it's they expect more, and you got to put in more and more stuff. So it's just it's tough, but it is fun for the kids. I mean, we're having a good time. The season's flying by.
It is now time to announce our Week 6 High School Football Player of the Week. Harlan County running back Dylan Cornett carried the ball 25 times last week, rushing for 312 yards and 5 touchdowns for the Black Bears in their district rivalry win over Letcher County Central. Cornett also recorded 1 tackle on defense for Harlan County. Matthew, that's a look at sports.
All right, Josh, thanks so much. We'll be right back after this.